The purpose of this candy dish was to bring a bit of likeness to a place where when there were too few of us, we had way too much to do. What happened was I learned life lessons that I could not imagine. I don't know if you can see what's in here. There are the Dove milk chocolates. Those are my personal favorites. And that was originally what was the only thing that was in the candy dish. Then I added the darks for the knuckleheads that like the bitter. And then Rob liked Reese's. It just kept on and on. And I found that different people like different things and they did different things. Not everybody needed to like milk chocolate. And I certainly did like dark chocolate, but we needed it all to kind of be well-rounded. Also learned that there were silos even in the best organizations. We had pretty much an open office. We'd have formatters here, the writers, we were kind of stuck in a corner. But the two groups that were really off were the typists, who made our lives easy, and the proofers, whose red pens bled all over me. Now, everybody knew where my desk was. I was on the official tour of the building, or my candy dish was on the official tour of the building. And I didn't go deliver at all. I figure if I provide the candy, the least you could do is walk over and pick from it. I made two exceptions to that. I made an exception to the typist because they were always busy and covered over and couldn't leave. And I made an exception to the proofers because they were holed up in a room with only one door. Nobody went in unless they came in to fuss. So they needed a little support. I also learned that people take things for granted sometimes, or keep themselves from opportunities. If I heard one time, I heard them 2,000 times, I'm going to steal a piece of candy. You can't steal something that's free and gift. And how many times do we not do something because we think that we're stealing when it's a gift? And the other thing, people would come over and say, oh, I'm going to take this one for me and I'm going to take this one for Terry. Well, Terry could have walked over himself, but how many times do we say, would you go do this for me, or could you do this for me? Because we just, for some reason, are too scared to do it. My favorite other person lesson was somebody that came over and went, there are no Reese's here. Now there's good stuff in here. How many times did I not take an opportunity for something wonderful because I was looking for something very specific? And that day, I turned from lessons learned from my company to lessons learned from me. There were all kinds of days when I would just look at the candy dish and you think, with this candy dish there, the temptation would be too great. After the first 3 weeks and 4 pounds, it was not a problem. Because it was always there, and I knew it was always going to be there. I filled it up every morning and every afternoon, and on really stressful days, there was a mid-morning break and an afternoon break. And every time somebody would come by, they'd say, you should put a little dish here for donations. I said, it's a gift. Just feel free. Did anybody ever donate candy that entire 2 years? I had 2 bags. And I thought to myself, there are places that I frequent that I enjoy. I go to Barnes & Noble often. If I don't buy their books, they're not going to be there for me. And if I'm going to enjoy, I need to show my gratitude in more ways. One time somebody brought a bag, and she said, this was on the after Easter sale, I hope you don't mind. I didn't mind until I noticed that they were the only kind of candy bars that she ate. Nobody else in the place ate them. And I thought, oh no, do I give people something that I think is a gift and it's really for me? The real heartbreaker came when somebody showed up about mid-November and said, here's my kids' leftover Halloween candy. I know that you'll need it. Well, the reason it was left over is because nobody liked what was there anymore. And then I thought, do I give people leftovers? I didn't want to do that anymore. So, I, each day I started looking to see if there were different ways where this candy dish could teach me many things. Now, the price of 8 bags of candy, about $25. The lessons learned, they are indeed priceless.